Don't start a business in 2025. Let me explain why most startups are a trap and how smart entrepreneurs are actually getting rich without risking their life savings or quitting their jobs. Stick around because I'm going to show you the smarter way to wealth this year. Now, everyone's selling you this dream of starting the next big thing, but here's the brutal truth. 50% of startups fail within the first 5 years. Most founders burn through their life savings. And even VC-backed founder salaries are way below the average out there, and 5% of founders get paid nothing. After years in private equity, venture capital, launching and acquiring multiple businesses, I can tell you there's much smarter ways to become wealthy in 2025. One that doesn't require risking your life savings, building something from zero, wasting years figuring things out. And today, I'm going to show you what smart entrepreneurs are actually doing to build wealth in 2025. And the best part about it is that you do not need to quit your job to do this. So let's get into the video. Imagine spending 3 years of your life building a dream business only to see someone with better marketing copy your idea and wipe you out in 6 months. That's the harsh reality for most startups. Let's move to a real example. I raised $4 million to build a CBD marketplace. And here's what happened. After years of building, recruiting 30 employees, becoming the largest player in the UK and Europe, we were still not profitable. Our customer retention was bad and tech costs were exploding. Meanwhile, acquiring a simple candle business on Amazon cost me 2x profit, and I grew it 10 times since with a fraction of the cost and a fraction of the risk. And this story is not unique to myself. There are thousands of entrepreneurs who tried to build something from scratch, and after years of not paying themselves anything, burning through their savings, getting stuck, they acquired a business instead, sometimes even in a similar industry. And today they're owners of profitable businesses, either passive or active owners where they continue to scale the business and oftentimes even continue to raise money for this business to take the business to the next level. And I will tell you a secret, 3 out of 4 startups fail. And why is that? Well, let me explain why most businesses fail. Thinking what people want rather than validating the idea with real customers first is one of the most common mistakes founders make. Build it and people come is one of the biggest misconceptions out there. What if you spend years solving a problem that no one actually cares about? Have you thought about that? Now, you might have an idea, but is the problem big enough for people to actually pay money for it? Or even if the problem is big enough, you still need to get the growth channel right. Not only do you need to get the product right, you also need to get the marketing and sales right. Otherwise, with ineffective marketing and not reaching the right audience, it's just a matter of time until someone else comes along and sells the same product to the audience, leveraging better marketing than you. And that brings me to the next point of being outcompeted. Most of the startup gurus out there are not telling you the story that after 2 years of building the product, a VC-backed startup might come along and launch this feature for free. And there go the 2 years of your life. Now, if you learned something new so far, hit that like button below. It really helps this channel. Now, have you heard of these popular businesses which raised plenty of capital and then shut down? Homejoy, 38 million, shut down. Jawbone raised 900 million from Sequoia and Andreessen Horowitz, liquidated in 2017. Theranos, we all know the story, raised 700 million and it's a fraud. But it's not just complicated businesses like Theranos. Even lawn care and laundromats are collapsing because salaries for blue-collar workers continuing to rise. High maintenance costs and insurance costs lead to a record number of personal bankruptcies. And by the way, on that note, check out my video what Cody Sanchez gets wrong about business acquisitions, the link below. Now, traditional retail was massively hurt because of the shift to e-commerce. And what is happening to dropshipping? Completely destroyed by Temu from China. But here are the good news. Smart entrepreneurs in 2025 aren't starting from scratch. They're buying digital businesses that already work. Let me give you the cheat code to success. It's faster, safer, and proven. Save yourself the 2 to 3 year product market fit and save yourself hundreds of thousands of dollars spent on testing various growth channels, and you get a full team and processes when you buy a business. It's a very different story when during the due diligence of the business, you can ask questions and consult with experts whether this business is recession resistant, whether this business will survive the disruption with AI, and you can see how much the owner is spending on acquiring customer and can map out the value creation plan straight after you acquire the business, all before you put any money down. In many cases, you can even negotiate with the owner to finance acquisition without any money up front and pay the owner the acquisition price as a seller note over 1 to 2 years. So what businesses should you be acquiring? Let me share 3 overlooked opportunities that are perfect for 2025. Brands, agencies, and SaaS. With so much capital raised by consumer brands in the past and so many of them out of business today, the investor sentiment is at its lowest point. And as Warren Buffett says, be fearful when others are greedy and greedy when others are fearful. That means there are steals out there for you to make today. Digital agencies and professional service firms are also really underrated right now. With less regulation and more funding, the business activity will be increasing again. And as a result, your sales will be going up. With AI, you can automate a lot of processes and significantly increase your margins, ultimately increasing your profit. Finally, there are plenty of SaaS businesses which raise a lot of money but are stuck at their 1 million revenue mark without any chance to hit the returns everyone expected them to make. Both investors and the founders want to get out of the business. The legal and admin costs are forcing them to find a solution. If you want a full breakdown of SaaS acquisition, check out my video on VC Orphans. The link is below. Look, you can follow the crowd and waste years trying to build something from nothing. Or you can be smart and leverage what's already working. I've shown you exactly why acquisition beats creation 2025. Subscribe to my channel if you want more strategies on building real wealth, and I'll see you in the next video.